for many, the new year brings a renewed attempt to better manage their personal finances. To talk more about that and what we can expect in the world of business in 2021, we're joined by CTV News Chief Financial Commentator Patty Lovitt-Reed. Patty, Happy New Year. Good to see you.
Thanks, Nathan. Happy New Year.
Thank you. So, you know, vaccines and deals dominated the headlines in 2020. What do you think's in store as we kick off 2021?
Well, I'm looking at the markets, and quite honestly, on the back of Oxford University and AstraZeneca's latest vaccine to be approved in the UK for emergency use, things were looking optimistic at the start of trade. That since has shifted, and there is fear that there are so far 85 million cases of COVID-19 and 1.8 million deaths. And now the real fear is that the vaccines are just not simply being rolled out fast enough. But on a positive note, China did have some encouraging economic news, and they are hungry for commodities. And so when you look at things such as oil and gold, silver, platinum, palladium, they've all been trending to the upside. And so many are suggesting once this vaccine takes hold, the economies start to open up, the demand there will continue to grow. They could, in fact, lead the charge.
All right, let's talk about the new year. I'm sure many people making financial resolutions. What do you think is the number one thing people can do to get off on the right foot?
That's my best wish case scenario at the start of the year. From a financial perspective, you know, I've had the opportunity throughout my career to deal with a lot of very wealthy people. And the number one thing I can tell you they always have is razor sharp precision on their net worth. And so I can tell you in our household, every year between December and January, we do a net worth statement. We list down everything that we own, everything that we owe, and our net worth is basically where we stand. But it's only a point in time. When you go through the exercise, Nathan, you start to identify areas that you can improve with a goal of improving that net worth year over year over year. And so sometimes it's kicking up savings, other times it's paying down debt, looking for tax saving opportunities. You kind of get where I'm going to. But, you know, I try to break it down because, you know, millionaires, they have told me many times they ditch the budget. They don't have one. And the reason they don't is they have financial discipline and they know their numbers. They're not out there mindlessly spending. Doesn't mean they're cheap. They're frugal. And that means that they can't do and give to all, but they're very careful about what they are doing.
Makes sense. And what about reading and getting brand names? Is that something that wealthy people do?
No. Typically they don't care about brand names, so they've told me. As far as reading, staying abreast of what's going on, absolutely. Lifelong learning, looking at opportunities where they might present themselves, always keeping an open mind. Trust me, they know the speed bumps that we had to deal with last year, but they're saying, okay, that was then, this is now, what might I do differently? And so, yes, of course, I've written a blog on it, trying to break it down so that just the average individual out there can have a better financial year in 2021 instead of 2020.
Excellent. All right, great advice as always. CTV's Chief Financial Commentator, Patty Lovitt-Reed, thanks for your time.